Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is a brand new board for the 2020 season from Capita called the Asymulator. The Asymulator, that's a weird name, but also a great board. This is an asymmetrical twin-style all-mountain freestyle deck from Capita, brand new to the lineup. It's extremely lightweight, poppy, and of course precise. This is a board that has a very unique feel because there's a tighter heel side circuit radius than there is on the toe side edge. It's easier to ride the toes or the heels than it is the toes, which is nice. This is an asymmetrical twin style board. So the nose and tail are the exact same shape, even though they have these kind of like weird little cutout there, cuts outs. But it does feature what's called a Resort V1 profile shape. So even though there is only one heel side edge, which actually happens to be this edge, that means you're going to ride it actually this way if you're goofy and this way if you're regular, which is kind of unique. It has kind of the opposite kind of cutout nose and tail shape than what you'll find in some of the other asymmetrical style boards from other brands within snowboarding. But the Resort V1 profile shape is a great combination of kind of the three dominant shapes: rocker, flat, and camber. Just outside the insert packs, the board actually is going to have a lot of camber and in between the feet. Has a decent amount of arch. When you put it on an edge, it's going to be stable. It's going to have a lot of snap right behind that back foot, which is good. And then there's flat stable zones both on the nose and the tail. Those flat zones are meant to be precise. Also provide a platform for you to lock your presses on. And then outside of that section, near the contact points, they're actually raised up to make it more of a catch-free style ride. So this board has the same profile shape that as what you'll find in a lot of other boards, but because of the asymmetrical style shape, the one heel side edge, one toe side edge, it's gonna be just easier to ride. Now, Capita rates this thing to be like a 5.5 or like a 6 on the flex rating scale. That is just not the case. This thing is about a 4. But the unique thing about how this board flexes and how it reacts to that flex are a little bit different than most boards that have a feel and flex rating of a 4. And I say that because when you press this board or you compress the tail to ollie, it actually will spring back up quite a bit faster than a lot of other softer than average style boards. There's a P2 super light wood core inside, is popular in polonium, strong and lightweight style woods, and a fiberglass layup called Holy Sheet. It's biax fiberglass on top, running at 0 and at 90 degrees. That's torsionally fairly pliable. And then on top of the wood core is what's called triax glass, which is woven at negative 45 degrees and at 0 degrees. So it's a good combination of both fiberglass kind of layups. And then in addition to that is Technora flax. And Technora flax is actually kind of like flax style taping that runs pretty much the full length of the effective edge of the board in between the insert packs and the rail. So there's two long strips of it, and that allows for the board to be just a little bit more damp. So instead of your board chattering a bunch, that flax tape will actually kind of absorb and mellow out those negative vibrations, which give your feet and your body lots of fatigue. The base is a extruded or sintered style base. It's called the Quantum base. It has a good amount of structure to it. Has a nice kind of popping of color, but you need to keep it waxed up throughout the season. And then you'll notice that there's these alloy style skid plates. So if you happen to take this thing in the streets or you want to go over some rocks and do a nice little manual across the top of them, you're going to get some sparks there, which is a little bit fun. Then there's that 360 wrap standard steel edge. But again, there's one heel side edge. This heel side edge actually has a blend of 3 different side cut radiuses. There's a large, 2 different side cut radiuses. There's a large one on both the nose and the tail, and then in between your feet there's like this little tight one that's like a 1.7 meter radius, which is really tight. So the idea behind the asymmetrical style shaping of the board is this. When you're standing straight, your body's symmetrical, but when you stand sideways, your body's asymmetrical because you have one more flexion point on the front side of your body than you do on the back side. The flexion point is actually your ankle. So when you're on your toe side edge, you can like kind of adjust how you kind of like make the board have edge or have edge angle. But when you're on your heel side turn, you really can't point your toes too much because of your high backs. So what they decided to do, or what Capita did, is just make a smaller side cut radius so it's easier to kind of like get on the edge. Cool part about that is that when you're jumping, you have like this, when you're jumping front side off your heel side edge, you have this like really nice, snappy, quick heel side pop, which is actually one of my favorite things about Asym boards. But this is a new one. This is the Asymulator from Capita, a brand new deck for 2020, asymmetrical twin. Lots of fun, a little bit softer than what most people think, and a really cool graphic. Make sure to check it out at thehouse.com by selecting the links below. Thanks for watching. Peace. Thanks so much for watching. That is Capita. Capita is a great brand. They do some wonderful things. You can check them all out by selecting the links below in the description. Leave a comment or question. Let me know what you think of the Capita boards that we have here at thehouse.com. Remember to subscribe to the channel there. Check out more videos here. And of course, hopefully, I'll see you guys on snow. Peace.